Well, another day, another assassination attempt. This will be deleted within the span of the next 3 or 4 days, I'm predicting. Yeah, I saw 60 Minutes was doing something on Trump. They're doing a hit piece, a January 6th hit piece, really. Well, I mean, listen, this will be gone within a day. I did see this. I haven't watched this clip. I'm going to react to this. Lester Holt, some bullshit with this. Let's see what this is.
Fierce rhetoric on the campaign trail itself. Today's apparent assassination attempt comes amid increasingly fierce rhetoric on the campaign trail itself. Mr. Trump, his running mate J.D. Vance continue to make baseless claims about Haitian immigrants in Ohio.
Yeah, so this is how they're trying to swing it. They're basically saying that, oh, now it's the poor Haitian migrants. They're getting threats, and I guess that's the reason Trump should die now. I don't know. Threat to our democracy. Yeah, it's a slow moving car crash. I mean, Trump's gonna die, and then they're gonna blame it on him. At least we know the guy was a left wing nut job right away. Yeah, they'll probably try and claim like, oh, he was a registered Republican or some bullshit. Watch, they'll claim that. No, they'll probably just forget about it. These people never learn, basically giving us ammo against them. Yeah, but it's out of the news cycle. I mean, look at Trump's first assassination attempt where he was nearly killed. That was not brought up once during the debate. Trump had to bring it up, but it wasn't even talked about. They just don't care. They'll just continue to keep trying to kill Trump. That's it. I know, but that's like the liberal media spin. Just because, I mean, they're eating animals. I mean, it is what it is. That's what they're doing. The idea that like the gaslighting from these people is so amazing. You dump 20,000 Haitian migrants that have an average IQ of 75 into a small town that has a population of 58K. But no, the big bad racist Republicans, they're the bad people. They're the real horrible people. The left is still saying this was some setup. I mean, I don't even think they can deny it anymore. They're obviously trying to kill him. Interesting day, yeah. You think this helps Trump politically? Probably. It probably doesn't help him much. I mean, it's not going to hurt him. It's just going to make him more relatable to the general voter, but that doesn't necessarily matter because, I mean, if they're able to make people forget about the Crooks assassination attempt that was on camera, Trump getting shot at, this will definitely get forgotten about in a day or two. Dude, I mean, listen, I've got a lot of mods, man. SV, I've got a ton of mods, trust me. I mean, if I added another mod at this point, the mods are already in the chat. It's just a delay, that's why. But I do appreciate you. Yeah, so Lester Holt, I guess, was trending for that. Let's see if we can find some more information on this. They suspended his account. Oh, here he is.
Here. 56 from the U.S. From North Carolina.
When did he dye his hair?
So live in Hawaii now, so flew all the way from Hawaii here. So the question as far as why I'm here, to me, a lot of the other conflicts are gray, but this conflict is definitely black and white. This is about good versus evil. This is a storybook, any movie
And
we
see,
ever
this is
watch.
so he's talking about Russia, Ukraine, and he loves Ukraine. But this is how these things start. So this is him in 2022. He gets deep down into it, and Trump is this big bad. I mean, Trump is the Russia lover, according to these people. So this makes total sense. This guy loves Ukraine. He hates Russia. He thinks the media's told him that Trump loves Russia. And so that's how these things happen.
This is definitely evil against good. I mean, we're battling a situation here where, the Ukrainians and the rest of the world are caring and kind and generous and unselfish and take care of one another. And it's just a
Yeah, so why did the big Trump coin dip after the news while fight to MAGA coin rip? There's no rhyme or reason, honestly. I think they'll all rip eventually before the election. It's interesting to look at the map. Yeah, I saw what you were saying earlier. So apparently there's a place you can go like right behind a fence where you can get a good shot on him. Like you can get a good view of one of the greens, and that's where the shot would be taken. You don't even have to get into the premises, apparently. It's on public, like a public sidewalk, and then you just go behind where there's a bunch of shrubs and some trees and things, and you can get a shot behind a chain link fence. DeSantis needs to flex authority over FBI. Yeah, well, this is in Florida, so there's probably going to be a big narrative there with DeSantis overwatch of the FBI and what happens. You're right. I wonder what is going on when. Well, no, that dude was just on the internet a bunch, and he gets radicalized to be anti-Trump. That's what happens with these people. If Trump gets killed, conspiracy theorists, Democrats will say it's fake, staged. Well, they'll just say it's karma and he deserved it. That's what they'll say. Most of them will say that. Some of them might say it's fake, but I don't think many of them will. Well, this is really not much to catch. This is before he was really crazy, I'm guessing, because this is in 2022. It can go down pretty quickly. NATO should pay for most of the Ukraine war. I mean, they already do. You mean a country? You mean Europe? Europe should pay for most of it. Laura Loomer. I mean, Laura Loomer is kind of like. Laura Loomer is. I mean, I have nothing against her, but I mean, she constantly breaks things, and then it's like it kind of takes away from the whole idea of breaking stuff when everything you report on it's a supposed breaking news. I don't know, man. I mean, does she really have an effect? It's hard to say because all these people get into echo chambers. They're really not influencing any independent people. Do you think Trump will host all indoor rallies? I don't think so. I mean, Trump has the bulletproof glass up now, which should help him a lot. But I don't really think Trump's been doing many rallies outdoors recently. Trump, there hasn't been many rallies in general, at least bigger rallies that I've seen. Like, when's the last bigger rally that Trump did? That was legit outdoors. What are you supposed to do? Have gunmen around the entire golf course? Well, I mean, obviously, I don't think Trump's going to be playing there if it's that easy to frickin' peer through a chain link fence and be able to kill them. Probably shouldn't be playing there anymore. Unfortunately. This guy is a nut who thought killing Trump would keep the effort Ukraine, Republicans, and Democrats feel the country. Yeah, he thought he's obsessed with Ukraine and he thinks Trump loves Russia. And so it's from the media. Billy Napier, did he get fired? I didn't see that. Pull up to the Butler rally. Yeah, that's in October. That'll be not too far of a. It'll be a decently long drive for me. What's the over under on Trump assassination attempts? Oh, it's on Polymarket. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. They'll probably have a bet. Is there going to be another assassination attempt? They probably already did have one, and it probably had like a 20% chance of hitting, and it just hit. Glass is, yeah, I think the glass is probably enough for that. But honestly, it's outside of rallies now. It's other places like golfing. I mean, that's another susceptible place where Trump is basically by himself. I mean, he's with a few other people, but there's, I mean, it's golf. You know, there's going to be just a lot of emptiness. It's just freaking greens and fairways. Spectacular insight. What's up, man? The Jim Jordan you're talking about? Indoor putt golf. Huh. I mean, it's going to be hard. He's going to have to go to some really secure golf courses. I mean, I didn't expect. I didn't know the setup of that golf course, but I mean, if there's really like a chain link fence and you can get a shot on him when he's at like a specific hole, I mean, that's pretty crazy. And then apparently they saw him and shot at him. Trump needs to use this as propaganda. Well, I'm sure he will, but it's going to be forgotten about. How do you stop these? I don't think you do stop them. Unless you secure Trump in like a bunker and he barely does any public appearances, which is exactly what they want. So there's really no way to actually stop him. I mean, yeah, Trump. I mean, obviously Trump could not golf, and that would stop something like this. But then there'd just be another thing. All it takes is one leak or one little slip up with one of the Secret Service people. Really, anywhere Trump is walking, especially near anywhere in public. Once he's sitting president, his security will be 10 times better. Yeah, he'll get the benefits of that. But even then, man, they're still going to go after him. Only racists like you vote for Trump. Oh, man. You really got me. Hey, listen, with some of these trolls, I'm going to start using DGS, Depressed Ginger Syndrome. Well, he does look woke with the hair, yes. Can you imagine Trump is back to finish the hole at the same course in a week? He might do it for optics. I mean, he's going back to Butler. Yeah, he could speak of the DNC. Donated at least 20 times to the Democrats. Oh my God! Someone trying to kill Trump is a Democrat. Who? This is a crazy thing because liberals told me it was only Republicans that would do it, like crooks. Yeah, this guy. He. Oh. Ban the troll. Well, if they don't say anything too vulgar and they don't badger me, you could get a good thing. You could call me a racist. I really don't give a shit, honestly. It's the constant, and then when you use like the N word and stuff, you got to be banned. His party affiliation is unaffiliated, and he voted Democrat in the 2024 primary. Yeah, this dude's a lib, obviously. Salad Boy, what the? That's a nice channel name, man. I like that channel name. Go woke. Go woke. Try and become an assassin. He posted this on his Facebook page. Ukrainian Ministry of Defense. I asked ChatGPT to translate it. Yeah, this guy was obsessed with Ukraine. Ryan Roth, Ukraine loyalist who posted about his hatred for President Trump. At real Donald Trump, while you were my choice in, I'm guessing he's saying 2016. So he's saying he voted for Trump in 2016. This is 2020. I and the world hoped that President Trump would be different and better than the candidate, but we were all greatly disappointed. Well, I mean, obviously you were disappointed you tried killing him. I will be glad when you're gone. You are a retard. That's what he says about Trump. Do you live close to Springfield? Not really, man. It's over 2 hours away. Mark Zuckerberg just scrubbed the shit. I mean, it doesn't matter. We know he's a liberal. Listen, they're not going to fight it. They know he's a liberal. They're not going to try and deny this one, but they're just gonna forget about it for sure. Yeah, what was that? What was that date he had? He's from the future. Liberals have overused racist. Well, yeah, that's why they had to. That's why they gave Trump all the felon charges because they couldn't really use racist anymore. So now they got to call him a felon, and then that didn't work. Patrick Mahomes did not say he endorsed Donald Trump. You got to stop. He said he wasn't going to be involved with it. Nick Castellanos, yeah, he should be hitting a home run tonight. He's got to be pissed off that that's associated with him. It's like ruined his. I don't know if it's ruined his career, but it's just a crazy meme. You live in the next city over from Springfield, really? Yeah, Trump tweeted out, "I hate Taylor Swift." I guess people got pissed about that. I don't know. I know, but this doesn't work. Kamala Harris called Donald Trump the biggest threat to America since the Civil War. On Sunday, someone tried to kill him. I know, but they don't care. They genuinely. Maybe this will open people's minds, independence eyes. I don't know. Maybe it'll do something. Anthony Michael, African Americans are troublemakers. Well, you're trying to get me in trouble with that donation. I appreciate the donation. Can you talk more about your slow moving car crash? Basically, what it means, it's like we're watching something that's inevitably going to happen and we can't stop it, but we know it's going to happen and it's going to be really bad against Trump. That's what it is. Basically, assassination. So I don't know, something else, something really bad. It's like there's no way to stop it. I mean, how do you stop it? Because you know when he gets killed, they're just going to blame him for getting killed. Check the latest polls. Well, I don't think there's any polls that were released today. It's mainly been this assassination stuff. I'll look at them though. Posting "I hate Taylor Swift" was a bad idea. Yeah, I don't really think it matters, honestly. I mean, it's Taylor Swift is a clown, anyways. I mean, shouldn't liberals hate Taylor Swift? She's a billionaire. Third time's a charm. That's what they're saying. I'm sure that's what they probably want. They're asking for war and gotta get ready. Well, I mean, I hope there's no war, but it's going to be really bad if it actually ends up happening to Trump. Well, now they're going to talk about background checks. I mean, you said this guy is obviously not all there. How did he get a weapon? Well, I mean, that's honestly the liberals' argument. What happened to the Boston QB? No, we're talking about Nick Castellanos, baseball player. Huh. Listening to independent voters talk about how they still can't make up their minds is terrifying and depressing. Your thoughts? It doesn't surprise me. I mean, that's why they're independents and we're not. We all think it's obvious. Liberals think it's obvious too, but I mean, that's why they're independent voters. Mark, yeah, dude, I don't know what happened to Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban's like trying to argue for just he's like the slave of Kamala Harris. I mean, it's weird. He was trying to argue like I've outlined a whole plan on why Kamala Harris economy will produce more for the United States, and I've written this 5,000 page essay. I mean, I mean, he's getting paid by them. Let's keep the comments. Let's. I understand. I understand, guys. I understand it's hard. I don't want to be censored. Trust me. But there's really, I can't really do anything. Will he get a bump in the polls after this attempt? Honestly, dude, probably very, very, very slightly. Very slightly. Every time Kamala has met Trump, she goes and shakes his hand. The biggest threat to, yeah, I mean, she does that because she wants to appear like, oh, she's a uniter. It's all optics. Yeah, but they do this. They will take down their. It doesn't matter that his Facebook page is gone. We know he's a liberal who's obsessed with Ukraine. I mean, that's pretty much and hated Trump. He called Trump a retard. I mean, it's already known. The Crooks stuff was way more crazy because it's like they couldn't find anything on Crooks at all. It's like they got rid of him before we knew his name. That's how they're able to do it. Will Trump go up in the polls? Maybe slightly. I don't think it's going to be that high, unfortunately, if I'm being honest. Oh, no, this is an edited tweet. What if he needs to tweet this though? 0 for 2. Yeah, Cuban's obviously jealous because they're both billionaires and Trump's way more popular. It's sad. We appreciate that you, unlike many other live streams, actually read all the comments. Well, what's the point of I just don't understand. If I were to just ignore you guys, what would be the? I mean, I guess reacting to things I can understand, but like in this situation, I don't understand. Couldn't I just make a video and post a friggin' video if I wasn't gonna read the live chat? It's the same exact thing. A live stream is good. Like I won't look at the chat when there's a debate or something going on, like a town hall or things like that. There is supposed Trump town hall on Tuesday. Charlie Kirk does do that a lot. He goes to those college campuses. I mean, he just tries to get to. I mean, it does get you known. I guess it gets you more popular. Whenever you do collabs with like other channels, it gets you more popular. No, the last thing we did is more meme coins. We don't need any more. Diluting the space. We don't need any more political meme coins. After Joe wore the Trump hat and brought it to his airplane. Yeah, but was that actually a Trump hat confirmed that he brought to his airplane? I don't know if I could tell that that was a Trump hat or not. You know, because people were saying it was. Now, maybe it wasn't. But it looked like a photo and you couldn't tell if it was a. No, it's not a real post. You can tell it's edited by the font. At least I think it is edited. I don't go on Truth Social a ton, but that looks edited to me. Also, it looks too, like the font's too large. Wonder how. Well, you know what? It probably. Trump does not have his schedule open to the public, but he probably just camped out there and waited for one day until he probably just camped out and said Trump normally goes to this golf, golf here. He probably golfs here the most. Cuban has a failed TV show, and that's why he's pissed. What, Shark Tank or yeah, Shark Tank is a bit washed at this point. Trump announces when but even if he didn't announce it, he could just camp out at one of Trump's maiden golf courses and wait. I mean, if he's got no life, he could just do that. Still can't believe Purdue. Yeah, that was a crazy game with Notre Dame scoring 66 points. Kennedy, Tulsi, that would be an independent ticket for sure. RFK Jr. and Tulsi, that feels like an independent. Maybe definitely slightly more right wing because Kennedy and Tulsi have endorsed Trump, but I would say more so independent. I was at the Butler rally in person. I don't think liberals would go for that. Any type of liberals. I was at the Butler rally in person, and I was convinced it wasn't some sort of conspiracy, but now I'm starting to scratch my head. Well, what do you mean conspiracy? You just thought that they messed up and that's how it happened. The kid just got lucky. He was able to get a shot. Dark Brandon is back. Now, I don't think this is real, guys. The way you can tell it's not real is by the font. He had a rainbow flag in his Instagram bio. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, he's a far left dude who wanted to kill Trump because he thought Trump was going to help Russia, and he just hated Trump and called him a retard. So it's another far leftist trying to kill Trump, so that's 2 now. I mean, no, there's actually been more where they've threatened him, but these are actual attempts. It's probably obvious when Trump is playing golf there. Yeah, there's heightened security and stuff for sure. Yeah, he does look very skinny. Alex Jones needs to join your live. I saw Alex Jones promoting a truck. He got out of the truck. It was a hilarious promotion. Will we even have an election? I think we have to have one. But I mean, I don't know. What do I know? I think we'll be able to get there, hopefully. I mean, I don't know what happens if something bad happens to Trump. I have no clue. Must-see video showing Kamala's true inner self. Terrence K. Williams. I think he's got a big X account. I remember seeing him on X once. This won't change anything. Won't even be in the headlines tomorrow. Yeah, you might be right. Yeah. Well, it would be interesting to see if it actually is in the liberal headlines. I mean, it'll probably be in the headlines at least for a day tomorrow, like, because it's the Monday news stream. I mean, you would think it would have to. But do they say some liberal lunatic tried killing Trump? I wonder if they'll say it. So they're not going to say anything like that. Who do you think could realistically win for the Republicans in 2028? Well, it depends if Trump wins in 2024. If he wins, then Vance is going to have a big advantage. If he loses, then it's going to be wide open for people like Vivek, people like DeSantis, maybe some young gun Republicans. Yep, people are going to talk about Youngkin because he won in Virginia. It's going to be those type of people. I don't know what's, I think Tulsi would probably be a good VP. Does JD Vance become the candidate if Trump? Oh, if Trump dies, you're talking about. I think so, right? I think it would be the VP would have to become the candidate. I want to make a comprehensive video on just how scary, honest, demonic, honest demonic these liberals are. Well, there's a lot of people probably wanting to do that. Gun wasn't an AK. It was SKS. Yeah, people were saying that. Son of Liberty. I saw someone thought it was like a Dragunov. I think that's what Alex Jones said. Trump's round of golf was not on any public schedule. How did the suspect know Trump was golfing there? I'm guessing he camped out there. I mean, you could say, well, there's collusion. Someone tipped him off. You could say that as well.
Together to pray for this great nation. Our political process has no room for violence in it. I will say this and say it clearly. After the second assassination attempt, it is time for Christians, left and right, red or blue, black and white, to come together to pray for this nation, to pray for a political process without any violence. It is what America needs. We need all believers on their knees.
Tim Scott. So this is, wait a minute. Fifth hole. So did it happen right there? Wait. Where was he shooting from, though? He was shooting from like right here, right somewhere in here to here. Crooks looks exactly like that anti-work Reddit mod. Yeah, I remember that dude. That dude was on Fox News. MSNBC said it was Trump's fault. Yeah, I mean they're always gonna say it's Trump's fault. If there is cope, it's literally everyone thinking that the election will somehow do anything but delay the inevitable. I mean, so you're saying Trump's gonna win? Summit Boulevard. Oh, so over here, like right here, you're talking about then? Somewhere along this tree line? Because this is Summit right here. I know. I played that Lester Holt clip already. I mean, it's just typical media spin. It's. Trump might win, but the conflict won't stop. Well, of course it won't stop. It didn't stop in 2016 when Trump won. Yeah, that seems like a long shot. I mean, they said it was 300 to 500 yards away. How come the perpetrator knew exactly what golf course that whole Trump would be at? Well, I'll tell you, there's two explanations. One, he was tipped off, or two, he was camped out there. He knew Trump visited that golf course a lot. He probably either lived around the area or started living there because he was planning to assassinate him on a golf course. So he waited till the day he was there and then he tried to do it. Probably that's the most logical thing I can think of. Yeah, these are the other picks. I don't know. This is just a picture of a basin. I mean,
returned to the White House, but this event was not on any kind of public schedule, so it's not clear how this alleged lone gunman knew the former president would be playing golf today, and also at what time. We heard the president was on the fifth hole on the front nine at Trump International. How did this lone gunman know? Perhaps he followed the motorcade, of course, in the former president travels. See direction the closest.
So you can see the motorcade, and you know when that is happening.
yeah. Yeah, Poly Market has it really close. I don't think this really affected Poly Market. The entire betting odds are a big lie. Well, they're manipulated to hell. They're so manipulated. When I saw what happened on the debate night, it was so manipulated. I don't know how to frickin' trying to copy this comment, but someone Twitter messaged me. Just put in a comment under one of my posts that the coordinates, the exact coordinates to it. I mean, not that it matters, but I mean, might as well. So the dude tried to take off in a car or something and then got pulled over, I think. Well, let's see if there's any tweet from Biden. Yeah, Biden doesn't even, I mean, this account is just such a joke at this point, man. What even is this? I can't imagine how they have Harris, but well, I mean, she's part of a major party that's got a bunch of funding. Does Kamala play golf? It doesn't look like it. It's not Biden. Well, I mean, obviously it's not Biden. It's just a freaking aide. Nikki Jam?
People that come from where I come from, they don't meet the president. So I'm lucky. I'm gonna say this, but we need you. We need you back, right? We need you to be the president.
Did you see Bryce Hall go up there? I mean, Jesus. Bryce Hall goes up there. Has Ryan Binkley. Oh, there's a name. There's a name. I remember him in the Republican primary. The legend himself. Thank God Trump's alive. Does the second assassination attempt help Trump? Not by very much, unfortunately. Not by a ton. Maybe it pushes people over the edge and they're like, all right, they're actually out to get him. But the first one was a lot worse and it seemed like that got forgotten about quickly. But who knows? It's probably going to help some people. So did the FBI or local police pull him over? I don't know. I don't know which of them did that. If Trump really won the popular vote like Atlas, well, yeah, Atlas is. I mean, it was surprising to see him up by 4 in that poll. Obviously, if he wins by 4 in terms of the popular vote, he's going to win for sure. If he wins the popular vote by 1, he's going to win. What's really going on in Springfield, Ohio? Really, really bad stuff. Really evil what the Democrats did to Springfield, Ohio. And now they're gaslighting and saying they're blaming conservatives. Would you say F Taylor Swift for $1 million? I mean, what are you talking about? Trump just did it for free, and people were pissed off. No, it's not a big deal. The first assassination attempt was a wake up call for your grandpa, who used to be a liberal independent. Now he's a diehard Trumper. Really? Wow, that's interesting. 0-2 versus Trump. Yep, Trump 2024, 0-2. He's got to tweet that out, actually. The media isn't giving this one. Well, it is a little bit. It's a lot less dramatic than the Butler one. Honestly, that's why. I don't understand the Ohio flex. Is it? You mean like why would they send him to Ohio? I don't know. They just send him randomly to places. That's the thing. The libs on dude. No, they're saying it's fake. They're saying the guy was paid by Trump.
Start using U.S.-made heavy missiles to start bombing Russia next week. No, they just tried to kill Trump again. They had their cover story that it was gang crossfire, but Trump wasn't killed. But the media all put it out the second the news broke, even though the Secret Service and others were saying, no, the guy was shooting at Trump. They had to tackle him and return fire, and thank God he didn't kill him.
That is correct. That's pretty standard protocol. They suspend the accounts of those people whenever there's an attack like that. A whistleblower reportedly told the Congress that he is anti-Donald Trump and was ordered to scrub anti-Donald Trump social media posts last year before he could get promoted. Nelk endorses Trump. Yeah, well, no shit. I mean, Trump went on their podcast like twice at least. Civil War. I don't know about a civil war, man. It's hard. I mean, I highly doubt it. Maybe small fractions of fighting. World War III. It always seems like we're close. We're close to World War III. Who's Ohio voting for? Ohio is Republican. Ohio will be voting for Trump. They're eating the dogs, yes. Wasn't that the field office that raided Mar-a-Lago? Well, I mean, it's the same. It's the same area. Kamala's tone at the debate stage scared the shit out of me in terms of there being a civil war. They just don't care what they say anymore. Her tone, well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what their plan is with Ukraine, honestly. I think it's just to keep funding them. It's like they don't want to end the war. They just have zero plan. If I was Trump, I would just be like, there's no plan of you to end the war. Ukraine is not going to beat Russia. It's just not happening. This is absurd. So what are we going to, what is the compromise going to be? Make America slaves again, master? What in the fuck? Dude, this guy is unhinged. Yeah, he became unhinged. Yep, this is a liberal. He tweets out, Trump's campaign should be make Americans slaves again, master. Alex Jones DG podcast. Dude, Alex Jones has got, I mean, we are waiting for Alex to go back on Rogan. It's like, my goodness, man. How long does it take? The dude, it's been 4 years. How is it possible the Secret Service fired at the guy several times and didn't hit him? Well, I mean, it was probably a fairly far distance, that's why. And then he got scared and ran away and dropped his gun. Found a vid in my recommendation earlier this morning about Trump having a more stronger security. Next thing you know, this happens. It's ridiculous. Yeah, and then they gaslight and they say, Trump doesn't need a strong security, guys. He doesn't. He's not the president. That President Biden is so... When he's at the beach in Delaware, we need 70 armed military Navy SEALs to protect Biden when he's lounging in Delaware. It's very important. I mean, her tone in terms of calling him a future dictator and baiting Trump into saying the type of stupid shit, like they're trying to get people to start a civil war. Yeah, but that's just a debate tactic against Trump. That tends to work. They try and push him to say dumb shit. Unfortunately, it does tend to work. Alex Jones. I love Alex, man. I love Alex. He probably had pronouns in his bio. They, them. Yeah, I mean, those people, it's a dead giveaway with the pronouns in the bio. It's a dead giveaway. I wonder what Mark Cuban is saying. He's probably just like, well, Mark Cuban's probably just like, well, according to my calculations, I just wrote a 5,000-page essay on why Kamala Harris is better than Donald Trump at leading our troops and why the military should endorse Kamala Harris. I wrote a 90,000-word essay. And he says he talks to the Kamala campaign 3 or 4 times a week about raising taxes for people. He's like, we need to raise the taxes on the middle class. I wrote a $5 million page essay to Kamala Harris and donated. I mean, how much money has he donated? Oh, God. Putin is getting too old, just give him 2 small territories and let him retire. But what do you do with the land that Ukraine took from Russia? Where does that factor into the negotiation? No, I agree with you. I don't care about those two, but they'll say it's appeasement. But realistically, Russia's given up so much just to get those two territories. It actually is a fair trade with the amount of troops that they've lost. But they have significantly weakened Ukraine. So libs will argue, well, it's appeasement, and they're just going to end up taking more and keep going. But it's like there's really no such thing as that type of thinking anymore. That's like 1950s, that's like World War II type thinking with appeasement. Because now we have nukes, it's completely different. You have to think differently. Biden just posted about it on Facebook. You mean one of Biden's handlers? Yeah, Biden. Here comes Biden posting. Stop the war and rebuild Ukraine. But rebuilding doesn't it doesn't fuel the military industrial complex. They need the war, they need the fuel. There's no way that this guy they arrested, they're going to Epstein him. Well, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how much information actually comes out cuz he is alive, so the land is leveraged, possibly. I don't know how much of a firm control they have on it, though. Russia is a shell of the Soviet Union. Well, that's part of the reason why they're doing this. How much money has Elon Musk donated? How much money did Zuckerberg donate when he admitted they rigged the election in 2020? I think he might have donated a little bit more than Elon. But no. It's different rules for Democrats. I understand. Biden, is he on vacation again? It's kind of, I mean, at this point, I don't even know if it was reported, but I think he is on vacation again. Yeah, here's DeSantis. State of Florida will be conducting its own investigation into the assassination attempt. People deserve the truth. DeSantis 22 minutes ago tweeting out this. Someone did say that in the chat. Putin endorsed Kamala because he wants Trump to win and guarantee Ukraine won't join NATO. And that would be good for. I don't think Putin's endorsement of anyone has much influence. That's a liberal talking point. Why would anyone want Ukraine in NATO? Who would that help? That would just destabilize everything. I don't even think most liberals don't even want Ukraine in NATO. I mean, some of the crazy ones do, I agree, but most of them don't. Do you think the Dems, Nancy, Obama, Harris, Waltz secretly made this guy do it? Well, I mean, they're going to have to investigate it, obviously, but the guy was very liberal. I mean, none of it's ever going to come up, though. It's going to be hard to get any real answers. You can't even get answers about Crooks. I mean, think about what happened with Crooks. You can't even, like, talk to the family or anything. Like, nothing's come out at all. Why did NATO encroach? NATO is absurd. They've encroached. NATO is not functioning how they were supposed to function. This is not why NATO was created. NATO has no power here. Well, the United States is NATO. They basically control if they want to. I mean, when liberals are in charge, then Europe can control us, but No new Ukraine and NATO. Well, you're talking about Ukraine, who's currently at war with Russia to join NATO, meaning that they would have to immediately do the emergency Article 5. So you're talking about entering World War III. What are we even discussing here? There's no way anyone should want that. Fake assassination attempt. Be careful. It's got to be a troll. Polls are garbage. The Harris campaign, Trump campaign, media know it. Praise the Lord, Donald safe. He has survived attempts on his life. Yeah, I think the polls in general are the polls. Even if you think they're bad for, they still look good. I mean, they look good for Trump. Yeah, but you got to be careful when you say they want Ukraine and NATO. In 2021, that's a lot different than Ukraine actually being in a war. Because then, if I think they would think differently now. At least you would hope. NATO was created as a defense alliance against the Soviet Union. Yeah, and it was only supposed to last until the Soviet Union was gone. And then the European countries, they're like leeches on the United States. Like when there's a whale and they got leeches on the bottom, that's the European countries. They're like, oh, we still need this for world peace. Never mind the fact that the United States is so much bigger than everyone else, and we just want to be in a military alliance with them they're going to protect us, and they just want to be protected by the United States, so they love NATO. Oh boy, Laura. Oh, here's his account. Supporter of Biden and Kamala Harris. This was a few months ago. Yeah, this is what I was reading. You should visit the victims in the hospital. Oh my God, he talked about the assassination. Visit the victims in the hospital of the Trump rally victims and attend the funeral of the firemen that died. Trump certainly never would. Show the world what real leaders do. It is kind of ironic considering what happened with the Afghanistan families. Him saying that, but in my opinion, NATO's expansion eastwards cornered a bear into a corner. The bear being I know, but this is the thing that where people have to understand. We're looking at this from a United States point of view, right? So, people just can't get it through their heads. If you're Russia and you see this massive military alliance continue to get closer and closer and closer and closer to you, maybe if you're maybe the best thing to do is to not invade. I agree, but they act like, oh my God, I can't believe. Is it really that surprising? I mean, we just don't realize because we have the biggest military by far how good we have it, and also we're surrounded by oceans. It's very easy for us, and we're surrounded by Canada, who, I mean, they're nothing special in terms of military power. And then obviously you've got Mexico, and then you've got Latin America. Laura is she does say a lot of stuff that's just, I mean, obviously this is stuff that was, I mean, she will report stuff. I mean, this is real what he tweeted. I mean, it is, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, here's the clip.
Well, the Ukrainians have a right to fight back.
I don't do paper, though.
I don't care if you do paper or not. I'm looking for revolutionaries. I'm looking for people who want to take this whole system down.
Bro, I'm a veteran. Do you need me?
What kind of veteran are you?
Bro, I served in Nuketown.
Well, I think it's better to serve and fight in the powers, fucking over the system.
Bro, give me a Glock. and a Hellcat.
Take a look at this.
But I don't do paper though. I just told
Come
you
on,
that.
dude, then get away. We don't need people who aren't serious. If you're not serious,
I'm serious, but I don't do paper, bro. You're literally killing the environment.
we're moving on. You go ahead, have your lunch.
No, bro, I'm going to
At
class.
least he's socially aware.
I'm a scholar.
Go to class. Well, you.
That's him confirmed. Russia could join NATO for protection against China. Yeah, but China didn't. They didn't disavow when Russia invaded Ukraine. So Russia and China, I feel like they're getting pushed closer and closer together to each other because of NATO. Take the whole system down. Yeah. The woke assassin. Yeah, that was him. Don't do paper. The dude's trolling him. What is your opinion on Kamala Harris' new proposed government oversight program, which basically means they could go through personal info for the good of the people? Well, right. No, I'm going to have to look into that if that's actually a thing, because that is how they approach all these things. Whenever they take your rights, it's always to protect people. Always. It's always to protect you. We have to take your rights to protect you. That's the only way they phrase it. Because we are a democracy, right? So they can't just, no, we can't be evil, and we don't want to be able to take your right. We don't want power over you. No, the only reason we would indirectly get power over you is if we needed to protect you. Yes. To protect you. Also, why is Trump so confident in public about stopping the Ukraine war in 48 hours? All he has to do is restore the guarantee to Putin that Ukraine will not join NATO. Yeah, and also it's a tagline. I mean, he's trying to win an election. Top 4 teams in college football: Texas, Ohio State, Tennessee, Miami. That's not bad, man. Oh, those are your 4 playoff teams, you mean? Or no, those are just your 4 teams because there's 2 SEC teams. Yeah, I mean, you could take Georgia out of there, I guess. I don't know if I'd put Miami in there yet, honestly. But I do like Cam Ward. I like Tennessee, but I'd still probably put Ohio State, Texas, Alabama, Georgia, something like that. I mean, Ole Miss could be there as well. It is funny to see those flat earth dudes try and argue it. It's a whole grift to argue that. It is. I mean, it is kind of something where you just want like the main flat earth dude, if we could do a live stream and actually let him go up into space, it would be good for humanity. Just like how they made us prisoners in our own homes to protect us from COVID. Well, that's you could say that was a testing ground, but to be fair about that, that was a temporary thing. When they enact these policies, they're not temporary. Like look at the policies that were enacted after 9/11. Those aren't going away. Those rights that we got taken away from us we're not going to get those back. COVID, you could argue it was temporary, or you could also say it was a testing ground to see how much they could get away with. Yeah, the Ravens game was a surprising upset. I don't think Biden said anything. That's what we were talking about. But I don't think there's been a social media statement yet from Biden. The only thing I saw was CNN said they were briefed on it and they're just happy Trump's safe, blah blah blah. UNLV playoffs. I mean, it's possible, I guess. It would be cool to see, you know, one group of 5 team is going to make it. You see where they found an account connected to Bryce Young saying he struggles with. Well, I mean, Bryce Young, he's had a tough draw going to Carolina. That's a tough situation for sure. I didn't see that though. The snitch program, yeah, Waltz promoted that. Yeah, they want to turn citizens against each other. Who's the best citizen? You get a reward for snitching on your fellow human. I heard the ABC whistleblower sent a recording and certified mail to himself and Mike Johnson. Thoughts? Hope Trump. Well, I did see the whistleblower. I was gonna do a video on it, but then the attempt happened, so it kind of got overshadowed. Yeah, I mean, it did kind of seem like a nothing burger. I mean, I'm sure people have seen that where it's like, I could probably go to it. I probably have it on here somewhere. The craziest thing about that is with Lindsay Davis, the woman moderator said, she said that this is believable. She said that, and this is what I think happened. Liberals were so pissed off that Trump was not fact checked by CNN, and CNN just acted as just moderators and impartial. And you know, liberals were so angry. It was the number one common thing they said, and they said CNN was like they claimed like CNN was with Trump. That's how bad it was, and that's how angry and enraged liberals were that they would not interject when Trump would say something that was false. And so what Lindsay Davis said was, we were going to do that because we didn't want to face the backlash. They didn't want to face the backlash. And so she's admitting that they only fact checked Trump. They didn't do it to Harris because the liberals were saying you need to fact check him because he says all these false things. CNN didn't do it. You need to do it. And so that's what she was saying. And that is believable. There were restrictions, no questions regarding Joe Biden's perceived health. I guess because they could say, well, you blatantly lied about Biden and how healthy he was. You said he was fine. That needs to stop going on anywhere but Fox. Just gives Twitter endless ammo where he trends and gets roasted. Well, that's just because your For You algorithm is liberal. That's why that is. You understand that, right? I mean, you could have the same thing with Trump. I mean, liberals obviously are going to roast people they don't like. I want Trump to win, obviously, but I don't know what will happen with the assassination attempts. Do you think Trump will be protected if he wins? Well, that is the number one question, and it's hard to say. It's hard to have confidence that he will be protected. I mean, the only reason he wasn't already dead was because he turned his head. So it's like, well, the CNN moderators, to be fair, were not against Trump, but these ones they admitted they were against Trump. They were biased against him. They were going to fact check him only. They admitted it. It's crazy. The dude somehow. I mean, that's crazy. Maybe he changed his name. I don't know. That is crazy. I got to give that dude, that flat Earth dude, credit. That's impressive. Is 3 debates the plan still canceled, or did Trump change his mind? No, Harris got scared and didn't want to do a debate on Fox News. Are we headed for civil war? I certainly hope not. Test, I see you, man. I see you. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat. Eat the cat. Did Walt say anything about it? Yeah, he did a communist bow and said, fuck off. I hate Trump. Walt's probably, he did another communist bow last night. Elon tweeted that nobody is making an attempt on Kamala. Not a good look for Elon. Well, I mean, you got to give me more context than that. Why do they want to kill Trump and no one is trying? No, that's nothing bad. That's just Elon basically saying that the establishment, it feels threatened by Trump, but they're not threatened by Kamala or Biden because they're pawns. That's what he's saying. Yeah, there were a few times that they did not turn off her mic. That is true. Congrats on the continued success, DG. Are you worried at all about far left viewers unsubscribing? Not at all. I mean, it just gets canceled out by people subscribing anyways. I mean, I don't think I have very many far left people anyways. I mean, to begin with, you better thank a union member. Means Trump is a threat to the establishment. That's all it means. Now, Northern Illinois should be ranked. They should be ranked. You have to give them a shout out. It's good that they're ranked. I like that. Quiet. He's just like, quiet, please. Remember that? Does that remind you of something? Dude, you know he was waiting to do it. And Kamala thought she could just get away with just interrupting him because her mic was muted. And he still did it. The final experiment. But shouldn't the final experiment just be a live stream of a flat earther being blasted into space and then showing that it's round and then being forced to admit it while he's live streaming? I mean, I feel like that's the final experiment, is it not? Lindsay Davis, her real name, she changed her name? I didn't hear about that. That would be interesting. They're 0-2. Yeah, they're 0-2 against Trump. Boy, they got a bad record. They got a bad record when it comes to trying to kill Trump. When will Ohio State play a real game? Not for a few weeks still. I think they still have a few more warm-up games left. Elon's getting ratio. That's not a horrible ratio. It's not that bad. 34K likes, 6K comments. It's Elon trying to mix it up a little bit. Democracy is on the ballot, so he tried to kill Trump. Oh my God. Democracy is on the ballot. There it is. Lindsey Graham said that he was supposed to play golf with Trump. That's random. But he couldn't make it. I would rather believe, yeah, the Bigfoot video from the 50s. I think that was proven to be fake, though. You're a Panthers fans. These people have the same record against Trump as my team does. Yeah, you're both 0-2. You're both 0-2. That makes sense. It does. They're going to Antarctica to prove 24-hour sun. Yeah, the problem is they will be live streaming and they have to have a flat earther go. Otherwise, they'll just say it's a fake live stream. That's the problem. You've got to have the #1 flat earther, that the most popular flat earther go. You have to, or multiple. That's the only way, because otherwise they'll just say it's a fake live stream. I know, the look on her face was amazing. She was like, bitch, what? Bitch, huh? That's my line. She was like, damn it, you stole my line from me. Quiet, please. Does that remind you of something? Whoa, 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 quiet. Please, please, calm down. Honey, what if he was just like, honey, take it down a few notches? What if he said that? Honey, take it down, dial it back a little. You're at a 7, we need you at a 2, when I'm talking. You're at a 7. First stream I've been able to watch. What's up? Welcome in. Ghosted. What's up, man? Send Kyrie. I don't know if Kyrie. I'd like to see Kyrie go on Joe Rogan. I think it'd be an entertaining podcast. They're selling Panthers tickets for 92 cents. Oh, they're going to have horrible attendance this year. Horrible. He should have just quoted her. He would just be like, I'm speaking. I'm speaking. I'm speaking. That's what it would be. Oh, I got that alert still. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. I did add that alert randomly. I don't know why, for members. It's an obnoxious random Twitch alert. No reporters are ever going to ask her if she drinks or anything like that. And then if a Republican does, they'll just dismiss it and be like, oh, you're a horrible person, so. We got to do another call-in. Yeah, it would have to be on Zoom, though, because I could mute people then. Do you think they'll have footage from the GoPro? I mean, you know what? I bet he was recording. If he was to the point where he was like aiming at Trump, he probably was recording. I don't know if they'll ever release footage of that, though. Because what's the purpose of the GoPro? Thoughts on the Saints season, scoring on every possession? I didn't even know that was true, but yeah, they've been scoring a ton of points. They had back-to-back 40-point games. Surprising. No, Dallas is 1-1. Dallas won in week 1. I don't think Biden's gonna vote for Trump. I mean, it'd be awesome, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Do you think Trump will win in a landslide? I think he'll get like 306 to 312 electoral votes. I doubt he was recording. I mean, yeah, but if you're aiming, nah, I mean, we don't know where he was at in the process of shooting or not. So that's why we're not going to really know if he was recording yet. I remember right after January 20th of 2021, I was going by Las Vegas and all the giant billboards had huge FBI logos saying call this number. Yeah, for like January 6th people, yeah, they were pushing the hell out of that. It was crazy. Did the shooter serve in the Ukrainian International Volunteer Corps? I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, I think the bottom line is he was a Ukraine nut that was a liberal that called Trump a retard. It's a clear far leftist dude. That's the point, you know? 329 electoral votes, that'd be a pretty big blowout, to be fair. $269 to $269, so RFK wins. No, I'm joking. Trump at 50 to 49, it's basically tied. In DC and Kiev, the dude traveled to Ukraine. Yeah, this dude was like this dude was a straight up activist. This dude traveled to Ukraine and freaking tried to form like an army. I don't think they will ever let Trump become president again. It's possible, man. What's up, man? He was interviewed by Ukraine Newsmax, the Ukraine version of Newsmax, really. He was trying to recruit polls are always well. I mean, I think the polls are genuinely close this time. Nebraska second is important. I mean, every electoral vote is important. It's hard to say where Nebraska second is going to be going. It's going to be very close, though. They turned him away. Ukraine turned him away. He's a weirdo. I know. I saw the letter about joining the Ukrainian Defense Ministry. Yeah, it's a weird obsession. What in the world makes you want to go fight for a different country? It's. I think a lot of it's social media. A lot of it's living in a bubble. Trump should have said, "Quiet, babe. You're the one who wanted to turn the mic." Trump should have said, "Kamala, you're at a 7 right now. We need you at a 1. We need you at a 1 when I'm talking." Yeah, that's a good that's not a bad Iowa poll, man. That's if you look at the past polls that they've done there, it's that pollster, it's not as bad as it looks. That is what multiple articles are saying. The Ukrainians didn't want him with guns around them. What was he, unpredictable? He got denied by Ukraine. America can take Russia. That's not happening. I think we could buy Greenland, but I don't think Russia. He's a CIA plant trying to prevent Trump from pulling out of. Yeah, well, literally, he's trying to by taking him out. We need you at a 1. He should have said, Kamala, get back in the kitchen. Yeah, I know it's a joke, but that seriously would have lost him a lot of votes if he would have said that. Play background music for your streams. What type of music do you want? Relaxing music? Yeah, independents are definitely leaning right. Independents are leading to Trump by about 5 to 12 points. Do you think Trump's remarks about the well, I mean, I think it wouldn't just be the debate. I mean, everyone knew Trump's position for a while, so it would probably be a building thing, and he probably saw someone else do it and he felt inspired and thought he could take him out. I mean, I don't know. I'm just speculating. Please do not play background music. Techno background music. Well, I can't play stuff that's copyrighted. That's the problem. I want to play like music before my streams, like good music, but I can't because it's all copyrighted. I mean, I wonder if I just said, I won't make ads, whatever. I'll just, I mean, if I make enough money, I'll do that, I guess. I don't believe he was just camping out. Someone must have told him if he was camping out, he would be there hours every day. People would definitely notice him. Well, technically not necessarily. It depends what the security presence is like. I mean, if people were saying in the stream that, if Trump is golfing, you know it because there's a high security presence. So you really don't need to be camping out every single day. You could get tipped off by the security presence, but I don't know if that's true. I'm just speculating. Yeah, some people, it seems like they're very against the music. I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to be playing music whenever there's like a town hall. I mean, so Trump has a town hall on Tuesday. Somebody else tell me, what is Trump's scheduled events this week? Can somebody tell me? I know Trump has a rally either Thursday or Friday. It might be like Thursday at 2 o'clock, I want to say, if I have that correct. He's got a rally. He's got a town hall on Tuesday night. I don't know which network it's on. Probably Fox, if I had to guess. She answers everything with "I was a middle class kid." I know and now she's gonna have to use something else. She's gonna have to pivot from that. They're gonna tell her like, you can't keep saying this. It's gonna be like a meme at this point. Yeah, they have non-copyright music, but it's not as good. Let's be honest. New York rally. Oh, is that the Long Island rally? What's weird is if he doesn't live near the golf course, he would actually need to know what day Trump was going to be there unless he had way more sophisticated plan. Is this the first person shooter over 40 years old? That is true. Most of the shooters are young. You're right. Kamala at minus. I mean, that's basically a tie then, man. If it's minus 115, you understand that. Tuesday town hall, Wednesday rally in New York, 7 p.m. Oh, that's awesome. So I can stream Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, at 7 o'clock. I don't know if I'll. Yeah, I can stream at 7 o'clock. But the town hall is going to be at night, probably at 8 o'clock. I'm guessing on Tuesday. FBI gunman statement, quote, simply misunderstanding. I meant to shoot the second gunman behind you. Now president will just. Well, yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. I do wonder if they'll actually run with it as a major story tomorrow, or they might. I mean, imagine they don't. It'll just be just pure bias. Will Kamala have a response to the shooting you're talking about? They'll probably put out a statement saying, "I'm happy everyone's okay." It's a unity thing. I mean, remember what they did when Trump almost died? That's all they do. Is this the most normal looking? I mean, I don't know. I'd have to go look at all the shooters. I mean, the dude's very skinny. I will say that. And he ended up like dyeing his hair. Well, or I think he did that in 2022. What if the Florida guy was Ben Jay and we haven't seen him because he was doing target practice? You're gonna do my boy Ben like that? Come on. What if Ben just comes out of nowhere? Shut up, bitch! Don't badmouth my name. Plan B, quote, stop talking about how I was shooting at the president. You're making me get death threats, God. Yeah, they're gonna have to interview him. I mean, he's alive. You lost so much weight since 2021. I mean, not really. I've always been around one. Me personally, I've always been around 150. I did get down to like 140 at one point, but it's you got to try and put on weight. He looks like somebody you would see, yeah, because of how skinny he is. Lately, like a drug pothead, like a drug addict. What was the motive? He hates Trump. He thinks Trump's going to side with Russia in the war against Ukraine. He's obsessed with Ukraine. JD had Bash practically yelling at him and say, "Yeah, I saw he went on there, man. They really do. They really do go at him and try and it's bad." Nikocado. How about the Ozempic allegations he got? Oh God, not again, man. You got to stop with this. You're at like a 9. You got to bring it down to a 1. Angel, you're at Angel. Great. Oh, you know how some people say that third time's a charm. If they somehow shot Trump for the third time, and rest in peace. How would you feel about it? Would you move to Russia? You're obsessed with me moving to Russia. You've got a weird obsession with it. I've already got a place picked out next to Edward Snowden. It's in St. Petersburg. It's in Stalingrad, Russia. Now, Stalingrad doesn't. Does Leningrad still exist? Queso needs to try. Yeah, he's got to get on. We'll see if he gets on Ozempic. Yeah, everyone claimed Ozempic with Nick for sure. The bottom right pick is him. It looks like at some type of a Ukraine worship event. It looks like he's at some type of Ukraine worshiping event. Russia obsessed syndrome. Yes. Leningrad is St. Petersburg. It's disappointing that they had to change it. Just FYI, the account that always tweets about you, if you try to log onto their account and hit forget email, it shows the email that's also linked. Yeah, dude, that dude is such a fucking weirdo. I don't know why he's so obsessed with me. It wouldn't surprise me if it was that dude, the Gator Jaguar guy. It's really odd, man. He tries to get my streams taken down. I've never even done. I never even talked to that dude. He's just purely jealous. CNN does all that to the GOP. They hate us right now. Well, yeah, CNN always goes at Vance. Always. They always, I mean, look at the interview that Bash had with JD Vance versus Kamala. I think they have his cabin in a display somewhere. The Unabomber. How about China? There's no way I'm going to China. China, you're not allowed. You're not allowed to make money in China. I'm not gonna go to Hungary either. Come on. Maybe I'll go to Mexico. If Western Europe is a small class that Wolf is about to eat, I don't know. I don't know what that means. I saw one guy trash talk you for college football. Yeah, I mean that's gonna happen when you make picks and stuff like that. It is what it is. People are not gonna like the picks. Good night. Yeah, I'm gonna be going off. Taylor Swift has been working with the government. You're saying? THC? No, I haven't smoked anything. I might move to Greenland in preparation for Trump buying it and have a dual citizenship. I guess it won't matter. Patrick Mahomes did not endorse Trump. He said he was staying out of it. Anyways, DG, please do a video on temp filed at 78. What is that? Was this guy wealthy? I don't know. I don't know his finances. I mean, he was traveling a lot, that's for sure. Travis Kelce endorses Vivek. Yeah, that ain't happening. I have no idea what you're talking about. It was just so fake, you could tell. Could Biden make an executive order to give Trump added security? There's no way that he would do it, man. They need to do it. They need to do it, but they won't do it. Will you ever debate Destiny? Yeah, we've got a debate scheduled on Piers Morgan. No, I'm just kidding. Piers Morgan, he won't invite people on, dude. It's always the same people. Why is it always the same people? How many times do we need to see Destiny with the Piers Morgan? How many times do we need to see the Rabbi? How many times do we need to see Jank on Piers Morgan? I mean, it's every day, every week he goes on there. Jank does. It's like, we get it, Jank. But I mean, I guess they gets views, so they keep doing it, and then they just have him scream. What in the hell is this? And then you just pan over and you just zoom in and it's the meme. It's the meme. And do the camp, David. I mean, that did get me 1 million views. Piers Morgan would be like, oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that. When is the VP debates? I mean, I get this question every single stream. October 1st. LOL cow? No, I mean, he's better than that. I mean, I barely seen the LOL cow stuff. That's with Drama Alert. Destiny, I mean, all those guys, you gotta be on Adam. Anyone that debates is on shit. You gotta lock in. Do you think they'll try for a third time? I mean, why wouldn't they? At this point, why wouldn't they? The question is, it's probably gonna be in public somewhere. Or maybe, I mean, maybe like, it's hard to say. You love me. Wow, I appreciate that. I'm a professional ranter. I don't think I rant very much, honestly. I mean, I could rant way more. How do you know someone is trying to report your streams? Because there's a freaking Twitter account that takes me out of context and tries to report them. It's public. This is what's going to happen. They're going to keep trying to report my streams, and I don't think YouTube's going to take me down. Do you think that Crooks was communicating with this guy? No, I don't think so, man. I mean, what would be the relation there? It's like it would be 1 in a million. I actually didn't even see. You're the one that mentioned it. You mentioned the 13 keys. That was about to be the first stream maybe since. Well, actually, I guess my football streams don't have 13 keys involved in them either. We've got a great Sunday night football game going on. Is that sarcasm? I don't know. I don't know what's going on in the Sunday night game. Personally, I haven't even seen any of it. Lead us in a closing prayer, like a January 6th prayer you're talking about. We must pray. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in an epic moment to praise January 6th and Mike Pence and Nancy Pelosi for all the hard work and all the sacrifice and all the threats that they suffered. And I remember remember when Destiny was like remember when Destiny was like guys, I can't do a live stream right now. I'm trying to bid on eBay auction. I'm trying to get Mike Pence's January 6th game worn underwear. We got to see like a January 6th museum. Can we get a January 6th museum? Texans, that's a higher scoring game. I'm surprised. College football or NFL? Yeah, college football for me. There's just more games, and I like Saturdays in general better than Sundays. That also. Is there anyone here that follows the news on UFOs recently? Now, remember when they tried to pass off the one, like the one little baby, the fake alien baby? I think Mexico found it or something. You want the buffalo hat? Dude, you're not going to get the buffalo hat. The buffalo hat might be the single most expensive game-worn January 6th attire that there is. It was a Dragunov. I know that's what Alex Jones said. It was a Dragunov. People were saying it wasn't though. Jank versus Chris Christie UFC fight night. You want the horn? It's going to cost you some money. I wonder who has the Pence noose. I think they probably confiscated that, honestly. The January 6th committee. There's the answer. The January 6th committee. Yeah, I did read the affidavit. But dude, there's even more important stuff where Lindsay Davis admits that they private message you. Well, I don't know what your name is. You're going to have to message me and tell me that your name's Mark on here. Jill was screaming so loud they called the fire department. Yeah, she's screaming so loud it blew the windows out. Blew the glass out. I'll be heading out now. This has been the longest I've stayed in your stream so far. Good night. All right, man, good night. My rant about Putin living as a fly in Trump's ass. Well, yeah, dude, at the end of the day, you got to exaggerate their obsession with Russia, and that's how you do it. You exaggerate it by doing shit like that. It's just funny. Dude, imagine. Wait, I think like wasn't Rogan scheduled to fight Jank? I think Rogan is gonna fight Jank really soon. That's gonna be a good matchup that I want to live stream. Rogan against Jank. Jank is sitting plus 400 in odds. That's a good matchup, man. I want to see that matchup. They're both around the same height. Destiny against Alex Jones. UFC fight night. And then Jank against Rogan. Cuban. Yeah, Cuban should fight Trump. Cuban actually would win though. Because he's younger. Cuban hates Trump because one time he was at a Trump party and Trump said when he gets rich, he can sit in the luxury box. So Cuban owns a basketball team. Cuban is the real. Yeah. Well, Cuban obviously is jealous because they're both multi-billionaires, but Trump is way more famous. I think that has a lot to do with it. I think I think it would be a good. I think it would be a good fight. It would be awkward though. It would be awkward. Who is Destiny? You don't know Destiny, the liberal streamer. He's a famous liberal streamer. Thoughts on the affidavit? Well, they won't cover it for sure. I was going to cover it, and then the assassination attempt happened. So maybe I'll cover it tomorrow. But it doesn't surprise me. Lindsey Davis already admitted that they were basically told that liberals were pissed off because CNN did not fact check Trump at all. If you remember the CNN debate, liberals were saying that CNN was like in bed with Trump, and they were like, oh, because they were pissed off. And so she was like, we were aware of that, so we knew we had to fact check Trump. And so it's like they only fact checked Trump because liberals got angry because CNN didn't fact check him at all. The Sphere in Vegas, that is a crazy stadium, arena. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about the cat video, I think that was in Dayton. $16-10 Texans. That game is headed for the over for sure. How did the shooter know where and when? Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. There's some different. I mean, it just depends. What is the security presence like? Is it a dead giveaway that Trump's at the golf course because there's a lot of security presence? Is that how we know? Did he get tipped off by someone? He was obviously scouting the place before to try and find a certain green that Trump would be on at a certain time, or just maybe waiting. I mean, there's a number of things. I don't know how concealed he was in terms of was he in a wooded area or not. Yeah, I don't know. What this dude was obsessed with Ukraine is crazy. Sign up as a volunteer and try and recruit people, and he's on video recruiting people. Thoughts on the Saints look really good, dude. I mean, a team starting the season without punting in the first two games. That's what someone was telling me. It's pretty crazy. Two 40-point games, I think, back to back. He knew where Trump was because he was coordinating with FBI. Well, I mean, we don't know that, to be fair. Kamala's earrings. I mean, that was funny. I don't think. I mean, that would be so dumb for them to do something like that. I don't think there's any way. DeSantis did make a statement. He said they would be doing a separate investigation, you know, independent of the FBI. 100% tipped off. Yeah, I mean, it's probable. Yeah, Anthony Richardson does not look good at all, man. He's being disavowed by all the. He's probably is being disavowed by all the frickin' simps for Ukraine. I mean, I'm sure. Then they'll probably say it's fake. Wait until the A's new stadium. That I don't know if that's ever going to get built. That probably isn't going to get built, man. Looking forward to election night. Yeah, election night should be crazy, man. You want Ron DeSantis to run in 2028? Well, it depends if Trump wins or loses in 2024, whether or not DeSantis has much of a chance in 2028. Can someone please? Thank you. That might have been a 10-year-old. Thoughts on Minnesota this year? I know Minnesota did move up a lot in terms of the analytics. You're talking about the Gophers. Minnesota is looking better than I thought. They're like the 30th best team right now, according to analytics. A's new stadium in Sacramento. It's possible. It is. You still listen to AJR? Well, I don't really listen to a lot of music anymore because I don't go to the gym anymore. I don't listen to a ton of stuff anymore. All right, guys, I am going to get off. I did do 2 hours worth. But I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow, but I'll definitely stream for that town hall probably on Tuesday. A's not coming to Vegas. Well, they need like $300 million from private. It could happen, a private investor. Why'd you stop going to the gym? A lot of it's just like I'd rather do videos, I guess. I don't know. What does a new way forward mean? It's the same exact shit. It's a new way forward, but she copied via looking at the source code word for word the same exact policies from Biden's website, but it's a new way forward. Trump rally stream. Yeah, probably. Black Ops 2 stream. Black Ops 2, their servers are probably fucked at this point, right? Black Ops 2, what a game. I liked Black Ops 1 Zombies a little bit more, though. Russia had a massive military alliance on the other side of NATO countries. People always leave that out. On the other, well, I mean, I think it's a little bit different, honestly. I mean, if Russia actually had an alliance with China and all the other, do you even lift, bro? Well, I have decently built up pectorals. It's from like I mean, I went to the gym for like 2.5 straight years, bro. I went to the gym for 2.5 straight years, so I'm gonna have a nice built up chest from that. But other than that, it's been it's been a while. What about BO3 zombies? I was a BO1 zombies fan personally. I'm not a big fan of the gobblegums. You bring the gobblegums in, you ruin. Where's the challenge? There's no challenge. BO2 remastered. Yeah, they have to remaster them. I saw BO6 looks terrible. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. I'll see you probably on